From Inc.com, this is the Inc. Productivity Tip. Expert opinions, valuable insight, and helpful advice from today's top business coaches, thought leaders, and entrepreneurs. If you own or run a company, then you know culture problems eventually become performance problems, and it starts with disconnection. Before long, turnover starts to feel like the status quo, and then you start to see it on your bottom line. Company culture often shows early signs of breakdown through subtle employee disengagement and detachment. But many companies miss the root issue. Employees are disconnected from the business itself. The fix? Align employees' purpose with the purpose of the business. Now, that's where economic engagement comes in. It connects employees to the company's success through 5 practical drivers: customer engagement, economic understanding, transparency, performance-based compensation, and employee participation. Together, these drivers help transform employees from passive workers into active business partners. Here are 7 quiet signs your culture may be falling apart and how economic engagement addresses each one. To start with, employees stop speaking up. So, when employees stop sharing ideas or raising concerns, leaders often mistake silence for agreement. It is usually disengagement. People speak up when they believe their voice matters. They go quiet when they feel disconnected from decisions and outcomes. The cure is employee participation. Economic engagement gives employees a meaningful role in improving operations, solving problems, and contributing to company success. Participation creates ownership, and ownership restores engagement. Second, accountability becomes inconsistent. So, in weak cultures, high performers carry the load while underperformance is tolerated. Resentment builds quietly, then shows up in turnover, conflict, or declining standards. The cure is transparency and team-based performance compensation. When goals, results, and rewards are clearly connected, employees understand what success looks like and how their behavior affects it. Third, meetings produce activity, not progress. Now, one of the clearest signs of cultural decline is when organizations become busy but ineffective. This often happens because employees know their tasks, but they don't link them to how the company creates value, serves customers, controls costs, and grows profitably. When employees gain that understanding, priorities become clearer. Meetings improve because people can connect the discussion directly to results. Fourth, managers spend more time policing than leading. In deteriorating cultures, managers wind up chasing deadlines, resolving avoidable problems, and enforcing basic expectations. It's exhausting for managers and discouraging for employees. The cure is employee participation. When employees understand how their actions affect customers and company performance, they become more self-directed. They resolve issues before they become problems. 5. Employees do not understand the company's goals. People struggle to commit to goals they don't understand. Employees need honest visibility into company performance, priorities, and challenges. Transparency builds trust and alignment because employees can finally connect their daily work to the larger mission. 6. Turnover starts feeling normal. Employees leave when they feel disconnected, undervalued, or unable to see a future inside the organization. Customer engagement helps employees see the real impact of their work from the customer's perspective, creating stronger purpose and meaning. Performance-based compensation creates fairness by allowing employees to share in the value they help create. Purpose and fairness are powerful retention tools. And finally, the company stops growing from within. One of the most dangerous signs of cultural decline is when organizations stop developing internal leaders. Employees wait for direction instead of solving problems proactively and innovatively. Employees need customer engagement to understand who they serve. They need economic understanding to make better decisions. They need transparency to build trust and performance-based compensation to connect reward with contribution. Also, they need participation to practice ownership. The 5 drivers develop leaders from within. The 7 quiet signs of cultural decline may look like people problems. More often, they are system problems. Employees disengage when they cannot see how their work creates value, are excluded from decisions, or feel disconnected from results. While traditional engagement asks whether employees are happy, economic engagement asks whether employees are connected to the economics of the business and empowered to improve them. Happiness is hard to manage, but you can measure whether employees understand customers, see performance, share in results, and participate in improvement. Employees act in their own best interests, which align with the company's interests. Culture does not fall apart overnight. It fades slowly, one quiet sign at a time. Economic engagement gives leaders a way to catch those signs early and build a company where culture is a positive byproduct of real engagement. That's all for today. This expert opinion was written by Bill Fotsch, the founder of Economic Engagement. For more expert opinions from today's top business coaches and thought leaders, go to Inc.com/lead. And be sure to come back on Thursday for another helpful tip from Inc.